So, hey, everybody, it's Dwayne, developer evangelist here at Get Kraken, and I'm here with Molly Devine. She's individual giving manager for Women Who Code. For people that might not be familiar with Women Who Code, can you give us just a quick, very high level, what's the project all about?
The overarching, ideology of Women Who Code is really to just create this network and this community for women and for people that have been historically excluded from really the tech industry, and give them, the tools, the resources, they need to really thrive in that community. And so what we're able to really provide for people that join our community and become members of Women Who Code is, tutorials, lots of training, whether that be training in the field that they're looking to get into. So that might be in some of the tech programming, right? You're looking at, front end development, Python, blockchain, anything like that. But also training in terms of, how to negotiate, how to, really advocate for themselves, how to be great mentors, how to be great leaders, to just really build that skill set. And along the way, they're also networking and working with these, really talented people from across the globe, and supporting each other through things like our Applaud Her recognition opportunity, applying for scholarships to help fund those great technical advances and things like that. And just so many other opportunities to go to conferences and boot camps and all sorts of things.
What's going on right now with Women Who Code? What's the future hold? What's the near future hold for Women Who Code?
You're catching Women Who Code at a really exciting time. So to give just like a short background, we began as a nonprofit, 10 years ago. And the way it really started, it started as just a small meeting group, a community of technologists that were meeting in San Francisco, and came together to build community, friendship, networking, kind of all those elements. And what was great is it was this community of women, and they were really underrepresented in the tech field, significantly, in comparison to their male counterparts. And so they were just really there to support each other, to mentor each other. And they kind of recognized like there was a great need to not just do this in their small little community in San Francisco, but really to do it on a global scale. And so they really started scaling it up. In 2013, they registered as a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and really just started growing from there. And what started as one community in San Francisco, one small community in San Francisco, has grown to a membership of 320,000 members, representing 147 different countries, so across the globe. And they've created up to this point, 15,000 events to date. So just some really cool things. And what makes it, kind of, I think, extra exciting is, like I said, catching us kind of at this like 10-year mark. It's been one of those just really fast, high level, like growing nonprofits, because people really have seen that need and really have, jumped on board, as members and as people in the community. And so, we're kind of in the process of this, really exciting rebrand, updating our website. So, the new website hasn't launched just yet. We're kind of doing some beta testing. And what's awesome is we just had our biannual Connect conference. And so we were able to reach out to our members that were at that conference and, offer them the opportunity to be on the front level of kind of that beta testing. In the process, we were able to share with them, some of our updated features too that we're focusing towards. So, our updated mission, which is to empower diverse women to excel in technology careers, our updated vision to have a tech industry where diverse women and historically excluded people thrive at every level. And then really our updated values, which are, focus on the mission, design for inclusion, advocate for change, and journey forward. So with this really wide focus of just helping and supporting as many, women and people that have been historically excluded from some of those communities as we can. And what we've really seen is some really great, growth in a lot of those underserved communities and underserved countries, and being able to give them the opportunity through, scholarships and through networking and things like that to really grow a great skill base so that they can, increase their earnings over the history of their lifetime. And that not only supports, them and their families, but really growing and developing their communities as a whole as well.
Cool. So what's getting everybody excited right now? What's like the most exciting thing happening on the project?
I was just gonna say, I think, what everyone's really excited about right now is just really this whole rebrand, this new launch of our member experience, because it's going to really tailor to our members to find, what they're looking for really easily, especially, in looking at some of our career navigation opportunities. We're going to make it so easy for them to really assess what they're looking for, I think, in a career field, and find that. So, are they looking for companies that are, giving them great support, have great benefits, what their pay structure is, things like that, what's important to them, and then being able to really easily find that job and find those opportunities that fit exactly what they're looking for in a workplace. So I think on the career navigation side, really fantastic. On, I think, the full member experience side, it's going to be really easy, really user friendly, and just provide a really great tech flow for them to get the resources that they need once our new website deploys.
Very large community. It's grown quite a bit in the last 10 years. Do you have any advice for folks that maybe are, one, starting their own communities out there, they're getting underway and trying to support their communities? And then second part, any advice for anyone that's thinking about joining Women Who Code? Like, I guess those are two completely separate questions, but we'll take the first one first.
I think those two questions honestly kind of tie into each other in this regard. I think, if they're looking to build their own communities and build a similar project base, I think, right, it's all about people. Sometimes you hear that, I think, all the time in the work field, right? It's not who you know or what you know, it's who you know. I mean, I think there's a double to that piece. But join Women Who Code, because you'll be really exposed to, kind of a wealth of people. I've been on, some of the calls just as I've grown in the community and as I've joined as an employee. But one of the really neat things is I've been on, leadership calls where, I'm in a small group session and I'm talking with someone from Berkeley and from Manila and from, Dubai, all at the same time, and being able to kind of communicate and find, common ground. So I think that's one of the really great pieces is, you're able to kind of network across the globe and really find this community of resources as a member. And that's going to help you, I think, in the long run too, build your membership side of things, for whatever you're trying to do. And, maybe you're trying to work in a hackathon and now you've met this really great person from, London, and you're like, I'm going to give them a call and see if they want to be a part of my hackathon, because I know that they're a fantastic developer or, project manager or whatever it might be, to really put them into your community. So, that would be my biggest piece of advice is, as many people as you can meet, never be, shy. It's easy for me to say because I'm very outgoing. I'm very bubbly, the kind of cliche extrovert. But even extroverts, I try to tell people this, like, sometimes we're afraid to walk into, a party by ourselves. So if you can, find that community, and you can even find that, friend to help you go to that first event together, take that opportunity to just go, because you're going to meet really great people, and you never know how that person's going to affect your life in 5 years, 10 years, even 15 minutes.
We love Women Who Code around here at Get Cracking. We're very happy to support the project. If someone else wants to get involved, either from a support side or actually joining as a member, what's the best way to go about that?
I would absolutely, tell people if they want to, get more involved with Women Who Code, we obviously welcome them. The best thing is to navigate to our website. There's a couple places I'll kind of point you in that direction. The first place being, there's a member tab. So you can go right to that member tab. It's absolutely free, 100% free to be a member. We do not charge you anything for membership at all. But go ahead, and it'll just ask you to enter your email, ask you for a few questions. Boom, you're a member and you're a part of our community. You can find our Slack channels. You can find a network that's, near you or in your community. So a lot of opportunities that way. The second great way to get involved is through volunteerism. We're always looking for great volunteers. They help sometimes lead our communities as directors, as, evangelists, as leads. They are speakers at our events. They're speakers at our conferences. So definitely that's kind of a great way to get involved is as a volunteer. The third way to get involved obviously is as a donor. We're always looking for people to be great donors. And so there's actually a donation spot right on our website where people can obviously help, fund us and keep us rolling for the future. And I would say the last way is just tell people about us. I think, there's so often people out there that are like, I've never even heard of that. I didn't even know that was an opportunity. And so as many people as can share about our organization so that their friends, their family can have access to these resources, be our advocate on the streets, help us really get this out so that people know that the resources are there and the community is there and that they're supported.
Thank you very much, Molly. And that's what we're trying to do here is raise awareness and have more people find out about this awesome organization. Thank you for making Women Who Code happen. And thank you for being with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.